Hey family, welcome back to Imani Invests. Picture this, you at a neighborhood cookout this weekend. The grill is going, the kids are running around, and you notice your neighbor, the one in the faded polo shirt driving a 10-year-old Toyota, quietly mentions that he just paid cash for his daughter's first year of college, no loans, no stress, just a check. Now, contrast that with the person 2 streets over who has the least Mercedes and the brand new kitchen renovation everyone saw on Facebook. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I am 90% sure that neighbor in the old Toyota has way more money. I am Imani. And I spend my time studying the weird signals people send with their money. In America, the people who look rich are often drowning in debt, while the people who are actually wealthy look like they on their way to the grocery store. If you can tell the difference, you spend your life trying to copy the wrong people. Today, we are going to look at the 13 signs of the secretly wealthy so you can build real generational wealth, not just a flashy lifestyle. The first sign is that they drive something deeply, profoundly boring. The #1 car brand among American millionaires is Tesla, or Mercedes, it's Toyota. Number 2 is Honda, and number 3 is Ford. According to the National Study of Millionaires, 86% of luxury vehicles in this country are driven by people who are not millionaires. That means when you see a brand new luxury SUV at a red light, the correct response should be mild concern, not envy. The person who drives that Camry for 15 years is missing out. They are refusing to set $800 a month on fire just to impress strangers. That shrug they give when you ask why they don't upgrade. That shrug is wealth. Sign number 2 is that their house is shockingly normal. This is the biggest financial decision you ever make. Real wealthy people understand that your house controls your financial life. It sets your mortgage, your taxes, and the social pressure to buy fancy furniture. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world, still lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for about $31,000. He calls it one of his best investments. If you know someone who stays in a modest neighborhood despite making good money, they aren't lacking ambition. They've figured out that the house is a trap, and they've walked right around it. Third, they wear absolutely nothing you would recognize. No giant logos, no Gucci belts, no flashy monograms. Half of American millionaires have never paid more than $400 for a suit or $140 for a pair of shoes. Actual generational wealth doesn't advertise itself. It practices quiet luxury. If you rewrapping yourself in logos, you often just signaling a status you haven't actually secured yet. Sign 4 is that they are almost always first generation. Nearly 80% of millionaires in the US received 0 inheritance. They didn't come from money, they became money. They came from working class families and quietly saved and invested everyone else. Interestingly, research shows that adult children who get regular handouts from wealthy parents often end up with much lower net worths because they never learned how to build for themselves. Sign 5, they have a really boring job. The top professions for millionaires aren't hedge fund managers or tech founders. They are engineers, accountants, teachers, and managers. Most self-made wealth comes from dull businesses like pest control, dry cleaners, or contracting. Take Ronald Reed, a gas station attendant and janitor who lived a simple life in Vermont. When he passed away, his neighbors were shocked to find he had built an $8 million stock portfolio just by buying blue-chip companies and holding them for decades. Sixth, the secretly wealthy actually know their numbers. They can tell you their net worth, their savings rate, and their monthly burn rate. Most Americans can answer those questions, but the wealthy understand that awareness is the entire game. They max out their 401ks, their Roth IRAs, and their HSAs because they know those are the engines of wealth. Drop a number in the comments if you've noticed any of these signs in people you know. Sign 7. They never carry a credit card balance. 3 out of 4 millionaires have never carried a balance in their lives. They use the points, pay it off in full, and move on. They understand that paying 23% interest on stuff that loses value is like lighting your legacy on fire. They structurally avoid consumer debt because they want their money working for them, not against them. Sign 8 is subtle. They are vague about what they do. When you ask a truly wealthy person about their job, they give you a short redirective answer and then ask about you. They don't need to name, drop, or brag because they have nothing to prove to strangers. It's the people who are struggling to look rich who will give you a 3-minute speech about their job title and their latest project. Sign 9. They have side income they never talk about. The wealthy often have multiple streams running quietly in the background: a rental property, a dividend portfolio, or a small side business. They don't post about it on TikTok. They just let it cash flow in silence. This is why they are so calm during a crisis. They have options that you can see. Sign 10. They live in the wrong neighborhood on purpose. They choose to be the Joneses instead of chasing them. By living in a neighborhood where they are the top earners, they remove the social pressure to spend and upgrade. Your zip code can literally eat your retirement if you aren't careful. Sign 11, they play insanely good defense. Getting rich requires risk, but staying rich requires humility and frugality. The secretly wealthy don't panic sell when the market drops, and they don't chase trends. They buy the index and do nothing for 30 years. Real wealth is about holding your ground while the crowd churns. Sign 12, they have an absurdly long time horizon. They think in decades, not months. Warren Buffett built 97% of his wealth after his 60th birthday. His edge wasn't just his returns. It was his patience. Compounding is a slow engine, and the wealthy are willing to wait for it. Finally, sign 13, they buy time, not stuff. This is the deepest secret. The entire point of money is to buy back your freedom. A leased luxury car makes you more obligated. A paid-off Toyota makes you freer. Every dollar you save is a freedom fighter that eventually allows you to take a sabbatical, switch careers, or retire early. Take Chuck Feeney, who built an $8 billion fortune and gave almost all of it away while wearing a $15 Casio watch. He knew that enough is a place, and once you get there, the game changes. Tomorrow, when you walk through your neighborhood, look past the new Teslas and the manicured lawns. Look for the boring sedan and the quiet house. Statistically, that's where the real wealth is sitting. The second you spend money to prove you have it, you don't have it anymore. If this message blessed you, hit that like button and subscribe to the Imani Invests family. Let's keep building our legacies together. Tell me in the comments which of these signs surprised you the most. I read every single one. Remember, wealth is built step by step, and the best time to start is right now. You got this.